I am just beside myself. I think we know for a fact what the next zone is going to be, and it's going to have high elf architecture, but have a bunch of Argonians running around. That's according to new data mines that were posted on Reddit that I wouldn't have known about if it weren't for a very helpful commenter here on YouTube, who I'm going to leave anonymous for the sake of privacy, but go ahead and out yourself in the comments. I really appreciate you, bro. And you know why? It's just that I just don't go to Reddit anymore. Maybe having like 7 accounts banned made me start rethinking my participation, but I do know that a lot of the most important news about games does break here, so I really appreciate my commenters for bringing this to me when it leaks, and in particular this commenter today who apprised me of this situation. So the data mine is of a media pack or a blog post that's going to go out concurrent with the ESO Direct event on April 10th. It's in kind of rudimentary form right now, but we can go ahead and take a look. This image that is lamentably low quality heads the whole blog article, and it really just took me a minute. I was just in shock. So I hope you'll just, for a moment with me, just kind of take in this image and everything it means. So we see a very tropical area, obviously overrun by foliage. It looks very old, but the architecture itself looks exactly like what we see in somewhere like Somerset. So this means the high elves were here at some point, even if they're not anymore. I'm looking down at the people down here, and it's actually, because it's such a low-res image, it's hard to tell what kind of race they are, but it does look Argonian. This guy back here might be a high elf though. Now again, this is not in a polished form, and it'll probably go through an editing process before the event, but the meat of the information is here. So not season, but seasons of the Worm Cult. Discover 4 major content updates featuring a cooperative in-game event that will change the world of Tamriel. They're always saying that. Includes 2 dungeon DLC packs, so 4 dungeons in total, 2 separate story DLCs, the in-game event, whatever that's going to be, and a brand new zone. Begin your new adventure where the Elder Scrolls Online main story left off. Though Molag Bal and Manamarco were defeated in the Oblivion Plain of Cold Harbor, the Worm Cult has returned. Discover the secrets of their weapons of necrotic power and unravel the cult's dire plans for Tamriel. I think this is a good move in general, like strategically going back to the roots, but we'll see how it plays out. The Worm Cult is back, seeking revenge for their defeat during the Plane Meld. Travel to a lost island and begin your new adventure, where the Elder Scrolls Online main story left off. Help unite the 3 alliances against and what? Okay, that's a typo, but this is, again, it's a leak. And riotsly. Okay, for some reason this reminds me of when we were calling Captain Levi Captain Revile in the early days of Attack on Titan leaks before the anime. And riotsly. Okay, the new villain, guys, of ESO for 2025, and riotsly here, it's confirmed. All right, well, whatever. It is kind of a cool idea, I think. And in general, the whole Lost Island thing is a total hit for me, especially because of this. Look at the freaking high elf stuff. That was totally unexpected for an Argonian zone, but cool. Venture into a new 12-person trial, Ocean Cage is trial? Oh no, Ocean Cage is a trial located in Solstice. Contend with dangerous new monsters and bosses, immerse yourself in captivating new delves and public dungeons, hosts of new standalone quests, characters, and game rewards. Okay, so just take a moment again to reflect on this. This appears to be the new aesthetics of this zone, and I just personally could not be happier. That's why I didn't even wait for the sun to go up out my window to do this video. I'm so hyped up with excitement for this right now. I've wanted a new high elf zone for quite a while now. I mean, Somerset is like 6 years ago. To have high elf architecture re-rendered splendorously in the new format is just going to be an absolute treat for me personally. I hope you guys agree. So in the end, I really don't see how different from chapters this new system is. There are now seasons. So yes, years are generally broken up into 4 seasons, and so that's what they're doing here. And it's gonna be 4 different seasons, and they're calling it the seasons of the Worm Cult. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Season is how it's always been in every other game. You've never lumped them together into seasons before, so it's definitely like a new concept as far as I'm aware. And it's actually so much similar to chapters that I'm almost not even seeing a discernible difference. But Part 1, Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1, so I would just call it Season of the Worm Cult, then call the rest of them something else, but whatever. The Stirk Fellowship, a coalition of alliances from Tamriel, travels to the island of Solstice to track down the returned Worm Cult after the brutal Soul Reaper attacks that killed Guildmaster Merrick and saw Vanis Galarian captured. Join up and scour Western Solstice to end the growing threat. So does that mean there's going to be, the zone is going to be spoon-fed to us in 2 parts? We're only going to have Western Solstice first and then Eastern Solstice afterward? Like Trinidad and Tobago or something? This is I don't know what to think about that. The dungeons, Feast of Shadows, and Black Gem Found. Okay, so the dungeon pack is called Feast of Shadows, and the 2 dungeons are Naj Kaldish and Black Gem Foundry. Naj Kaldish. Talon La and his band of necromancers run amok in the legendary Lost Zanmir of Naj Kaldish. Stop them before their dark magic corrupts and destroys the ancient site. Black Gem Foundry. Atronach summoned from the far plains of Oblivion power a pulsing forge at the heart of Cold Harbor. Help Dalinor the Summoner destroy Soulbinder Vikings' twisted fabrications before they make it to the hands of the Worm Cult. And then we only have information, it looks like, up to Season 2 at this time. The epic conclusion of the return of the Worm Cult takes players to Eastern Solstice in search of Vanis Galarian and the hidden fortress of the Necromancers. Explore a never-before-seen island, delve into ancient Argonian and Daedric ruins, and confront the true power before all is lost. Okay, yeah, they are splitting it up into 2 separate releases, kind of like how they had High Isle and then Galen. And then Season 3, a really compelling name for Season 3 here. There is no information at this time. So Season 3, the season of no information at this time. I'm really looking forward to that one. Crown Store Promotion. So if you buy this whole pack of 4 seasons at once, and yeah, check out my suggested videos here, that's great. If you get the pack of 4 seasons at once, you get a horse, you get a recall, and you get some emotes. This is honestly not very attractive to me, like none of it is. I have much better recalls, the horse is forgettable, and the emotes are, like, I kind of desirable, but they don't carry the pack for me. You also get a mud crab pet that is totally forgettable to me as well. So they gotta do better with this for me to be interested in it. I mean, I'm probably gonna buy it anyway, but I'll buy it uninterestedly. Well, this is very helpful. This might be the bundle for the dungeon pack. It just might be, we don't know. A Durzog mount, an eagle pet, and this is kind of cool, Remnant of Meridia's Light Memento. And the last piece of information we have here is Content Pass. So down here, it's telling you what you will get, sort of, when each update goes live, but basically it's just telling us really that we're going to get special stuff when each update goes live. They're going to spoon feed us the rewards we get for buying the content pass as well. It's going to go through the whole year cycle. They're going to keep us going with the idea of more of these rewards we've already bought being given to us at a later date. And you can get a premium content pass, of course, too. And we'll just see how much these cost, how it all works. Is the base content pass free? Probably not, but free to ESO Plus, most likely. And then premium is another ask on top of that, just like buying the DLC has been an ask on top of ESO Plus since the beginning of the game. And it'll probably be 40 or 50 bucks or so. Probably 40 would be my guess. I don't think they're going to up the ante. But, you know, none of that really interests me so much as just this one picture. And, you know, I might be alone in that, but I don't think so. I think the idea of combining Argonian and High Elf cultures, of having this kind of architecture revisited, but in the context of a tropical island. Now, let's also look at this splash screen that is now what shows up when you load into the game. And this gives you an idea. By the way, this is on top of the cake. I noticed that on my stream the other day. This is the same thing on top of the current cake for Jubilee. But if you look at the details here, we're seeing necromancy at work here for sure. We're seeing the 3 heroes return, which tells us we're going back to the same plot line. We're seeing the souls go into this weird structure over here, this necromantic structure. In the background, we see these big towers like weaving this sort of web-like spell over the island that has like floating rocks. This looks pretty cool. And big tall mountains. Definitely tropical though, misty, tropical, kind of dark, dangerous vibe. What I'm most curious about is this in-game event thing. It's going to be a cooperative server-wide event that will apparently reshape Tamriel, but that's just marketing language. I'm really curious what it will actually entail. This does seem to mark a new direction for the development of the game that I'm definitely curious to explore in more detail. But hey guys, thanks for watching. I apologize for the sun in my face. I hope you like the new haircut. I just really wanted to get this information out as soon as possible. I feel remiss in not getting it out sooner. This has been out for a little while already, but it's new to me. And again, without this special commenter, I would have never even known about this because I just don't dare go into the dark depths of Reddit anymore. I shaved my neckbeard long ago. I'm sure more details will come, and unfortunately, again, I am traveling literally during ESO Direct, so I won't be able to bring you the information that day most likely, but I'll be back at it as soon as I can, and I'm so excited to explore all these changes with you. If you're not a subscriber but you like the video, please do subscribe and like. Consider joining my membership program, the Spopes Army, and check out my website, spopesector.com. I have a lot more content to check out if you're new to the channel, so thanks so much for coming, and I'll see you soon. God bless you for watching. Click the bell so you'll never miss a new Spopes video.